Here we are at Boyd County, Kentucky. It's in Canonsburg, just outside of Ashland. Which, I mean, this is just across the river from me, but as you can see, we're going to start out here with a long line of buses. Starting out with the 96 Genesis, which I didn't know they still had 96s in this area, especially Boyd County. Got a 2007 ICFE. I'm going to kind of back up here so that way you can see a little bit better what I'm showing. But there's a 1999 Bluebird FS65. I just filmed a walk around video of that, so don't know which one of these I'm going to be uploading first, but stay tuned. And there's a 01 Amtran FE, another 01 Amtran FE. You can tell by the first two digits of the bus number is what model year the bus is. To scoot out a little bit more here. There's a 2010 ICCE 300, I believe. Another 01 Amtran FE. 98 Amtran Genesis. 2010 ICFE, which was the last year of production for them. You can tell by that badge right there, but looks like the paint's been rubbed off of that, interestingly enough. Here's an 09 CE300 with a Max Force DT. So you can tell by the badges there. If it'll focus. Okay, there we go. I can barely see my screen, so I apologize if it's coming out not as well as I thought it is, but here we have a 2019 Thomas C2 Head Start bus, 30 passenger, no lift or anything. 2015 EFX, 2011 ICFE, 2015 C2, and a couple more 2019 Head Start C2s. To my knowledge, these are their newest buses, unless I find some whenever I go up the hill here in a minute. But there's at least one thing I saw up the hill that will spark at least Noah's interest and sparked my interest. Of course, these are all 2019s, 191, 193, 194, 195. Interesting thing about 195 is it violates Kentucky spec, is that it's got incandescent lights up there versus the LED. You can tell the difference. I'll try and get both in the frame here. But yeah, just something I found interesting. And here we've got a 1997 Amtran 3800. Now I'll be heading up there, which doesn't look like you can see what sparked my interest from here because the trees are covering it. But yeah, we've got a long line of buses here, and I'm going to film a video here about this one, so stay tuned for that one too. So to continue this video, actually I didn't get to get up there because I got up there and I got my pictures, and right as I was done getting my pictures, they kicked me out. Apparently there was somebody there on a Saturday, which I mean, I kind of expect, and you know, I'm fine with, you know, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just taking pictures. There's nothing against that. There was a lack of no trespassing signs or authorized personnel only signs, and I didn't go in the fence or anything. You know, all the buses were parked outside of the fence. I actually filmed one video, at least. I think, yeah, only one video while I was there. It was a walk around of a 1993 Amtran Genesis, so yeah, watch out for that video. Next thing I should go ahead and probably explain is the whole situation. Right as soon as I was done filming that video on the Genesis, I turned around. I had a feeling like somebody was watching me, I guess, and I turned around, looked in there, and there's two ladies walking out of the transportation office, and that was inside the fence. So I walked around buses back to my car, and I stood there as they came out, and they were leaving, I guess, and because they locked the gate behind them, or behind me, I guess, I don't know, but one of the ladies got out of her van and she walked up to me, you know, asked, you know, what was I doing? I explained, you know, I'm a school bus enthusiast and I was just getting pictures and video because it's what I like to do. And she said okay, and then she went back to her van, and I stood there while the other lady pulled up. You know, you don't want to just flee those kinds of scenes. You want to wait until they resolve. So she got back out of her van. She's on her phone. I thought she was on the phone with the police. I was like, oh great, I'm gonna have to deal with the police. No, she's just on the phone with security, and she said, you know, she walked back up to me, she got my name, and she explained that she was a transportation director, and she's on the phone with security, and that they're asking me to leave, and I said, okay, thank you, have a nice day. and I got in my car and left. And I don't know if she got my license plate number or whatever, but if she did, I mean, it's not like I was doing anything wrong, so I'm not really worried about it. But in that situation, I tried to be as... Oh, the police officer just drove by, and I'm right outside of another bus garage. I don't know if you can really tell, but I'm right outside of another bus garage that I'm actually not going to be making a video on, because there's a lot of people right over here too. So I really don't want to have to do that situation twice in a row. But yeah, I'm not going to let something like that stop me for today. I mean, worst case scenario, they just ask me to leave again. That's the worst that they can really do, unless you're actually doing something wrong. She also mentioned that, you know, they'd had reports of people vandalizing the buses, and that they're just extra cautious about that kind of stuff. And I can understand that, you know. So I can understand why they don't want me there. But yeah, she also informed me I should mention that I was on camera from the security cameras, and I said, okay, that's fine. You know, I really don't mind to be on security cameras, because they can see that I'm not doing anything wrong, because I'm not. I might walk in between a couple buses to get pictures and video, but that'll be it. And they can go back and look, and then there will be nothing there. There's kind of an unsaid rule, or unspoken rule, of like wildlife photography, you know, go and take only pictures and leave only footsteps, or footprints. And yeah, that's kind of the rule that I follow. You know, I don't really touch any of the buses. I might put my camera up against the door window, and that'll be about it, to kind of show the driver's area. There's somebody driving by me kind of slow, probably wondering why this dude's talking to a camera. Yeah, I just thought I would, they're looking at me weird, but I just thought I would kind of explain that. So before I go, they're kind of looking at me weird again. Yeah, so I just thought I would say, you know, put my part of the story out there. And okay, they're driving away, but I thought I'd put my story out there. And you know, since I still got pictures, I might just go ahead and show the pictures at the end of this video, because I mean, they didn't tell me that I couldn't post any pictures or anything that I got. They just asked me to leave. So the thing I was talking about, though, with, you know, something that sparked my interest, is going to be the first thing, hopefully, that pops up in these pictures, and it's a 80s or early 90s Wayne Ford band bus. They pulled it out of the weeds, and it's the first time I've seen that thing out of the weeds, and as long as I've known that garage was there, which is about a year and a half or so. So that was the first time I was up close to it. I got pictures of it. I didn't get the chance to get a video of it because I got kicked out, but yeah, on with the pictures. I'll kind of, I guess I'll put text, or maybe I'll do a voiceover, probably just text, because it's easier for me, and do something to kind of explain some of the stuff about the buses. And they actually ended up having a 2020, so I was wrong whenever I said their 19s were their newest. So yeah, so that'll be it now. So thank you for watching.